but I like to claim it's important nonetheless. It's really the one time at the beginning of the year that I get to join the Board of Ed to say congratulations, I guess formally now that they've been sworn in, new and existing members of the Board of Education, citywide elected officials who are charged with the high duty, privilege, and honor of guiding our new superintendent as we welcome her. She's on the welcoming point. She's here and she's moving. But to recommit ourselves, I think collectively, I know as members of the board, as members of the school administration, as members of the city administration, and I see Councilwoman Maria Valle here representing the city council as well, to ensure that we do everything that we can to make Bridgeport schools the places of learning the best that we can for all of our students. So I'm happy to join you tonight. So the public knows, and we kind of were just going over informally how this will go. If you have the agenda in front of you, it's noticed as the annual organization meeting, and I'm reading from the notice, meeting of the Board of Education, which is being held Monday, December 11, 2023 at 6 p.m. here at Geraldine Johnson School, 475 Lexington Avenue, Bridgeport. Public viewing access to the meeting will be made available through, and it gives the public access, which I could read to you, but you can see it as well. It's www.bridgeport.edu/net/stream. And so from there, the agenda is fairly simple. It begins with a call to order. So accept this as the call to order. It is my assumption, I think accurately, this meeting is being recorded at this time. And so we are on the record and the meeting has begun. It's a little after 6 p.m. And the call to order is with the first order of business, or number 2 on the agenda, is the election of officers. And so that'll proceed in the following way. The first position, which is chair or president of the board, I will call for an opening of the nominations. And any member of the board can nominate any member of the board. And we've, in the past, have held that you need a second to the nomination. And if that becomes a point of contention, we'll discuss it at that time. But at this point, except that it seems to be the practice that I don't think will be problematic tonight, to be a second for a nomination, even if there's only one nomination. And the nomination will remain open to see if there's a second or a third or as many nominations. And then at some point, I'll entertain a motion with a second, and then entertain a motion to close nominations. Either way, if there's only one nomination and it's basically appears to be uncontested, if there's more than one, there will be paper ballot, which has been the practice for voting for the offices in the Board of Education in the city of Bridgeport, at least through my tenure. And they'll be handed out by the secretary. And if we need to officially nominate our secretary, say it again. Rita Bajay, my apologies for not knowing your name before that, unless there's objection, is our secretary, or at least secretary pro tem, or whatever the appropriate term is, so that she can handle the ballots and take us through the process. The members of the board will fill out their ballots. They'll pass them back in. She will then proceed to open them and count them out loud here in everyone's presence, and the results will be what the results are, and we'll announce the election of the chair or the president. And at that point, I will, along with others, welcome the chair to take over, and will cede my seat and allow that chair to run the rest of the meeting, and of course continue on with the second item, which would be vice chair and secretary, and then other matters, including the approval of organizational minutes that are on the agenda for tonight. So with that, unless there's any questions, points of order, anyone wants to add anything correct? I make mistakes. If I did, or something I said doesn't seem comfortable or familiar to you, let me know. Hearing none, let the record reflect it. We're going to begin now with the election of officers, and I will open nominations for the position of chair, or sometimes referred to as president of the Board of Education.
Madam Chair, I'd like to nominate Christine Betting-Perez.
Okay, and Albert?
Madam Chair, I'd like to nominate Joe Sucklet.
Okay, let me do this first, and the nomination is open. I just want the record to reflect that all the members of the board are present by name, but let me just call their names. Tahia Baines, Christine Baptiste Perez, Christine, right?
Yes.
Albert Benahan, Keisha Casimir, how do I pronounce it?
Casimir.
Casimir, and my apologies too. Willie Medina,
Present.
Jennifer Perez,
Present.
Joe Sikolovich,
Present.
Robert Traber,
Here.
and of course, he just made the nomination, Andre Woodson. So we not only have a quorum, but we have a full complement of the board. I just thought it was important to put that on the record. So where we left off was Andre Woodson made a nomination. Andre, could you repeat the nomination?
Christine Baptiste Perez.
For Christina Baptiste Perez. Okay, and since we're not saying when I would like to see if there's a second for that. Is there a second for that nomination? There's a second with that nomination. And then, Albert, did you have a nomination?
Yes, I nominate Mr. Joe Sokolovic. I will be the board chair.
So Albert nominates Joe Sikolovich. Is there a second to that nomination?
I second that.
Okay, so we have two nominations and 2 seconds. Is there any other names that would like to be placed or put into nomination at this time? Hearing none, I will close nominations. We have 2 candidates. They've been made, nominated and seconded. And as our protocol and practice has been described, Madam Secretary, would you at this time distribute the ballots?
Thank you.
Take it, but you mean. Be sure.
But people pronounce it.
Yeah. Because.
Right. Yes, goes with us. Come on.
Oh, I didn't know they were personal.
Yeah, you're first one.
Are they supposed to be secret ballots? No.
We leave it.
$1 all at once.
Thank you.
Joseph Sokolovic, for Joseph Sokolovic. Christine Baptiste Perez. For Christine Baptiste Perez. Keisha Casimir for Christine Baptiste Perez. Anita Payne for Christine Baptiste Perez. Jennifer Perez for Christine Baptiste Perez. Willie Medina for Joe Sokolovic. Andre Woodson for Christine Baptiste Perez. Robert Traber for Joe Sokolovic. And Albert Benahem Grajales for Joe Sokolovic.
It's accurate that there are 4 votes for Joe Sikolovich and 5 votes for Christine Baptiste is elected the chair or president of. Congratulations. As I turn it over to, I told you, I don't get to hit the hammer, but I just tap it lightly. Let's say thank you for all members of the board for your willingness and commitment to serve, and to work in partnership certainly with the superintendent, with the city council, and myself and members of the administration to do just what I know all of you ran for office, or elected for office to do. We look forward to doing it in partnership and with our new superintendent's vision and leadership to make sure that we meet and exceed the goals for the children and the students of the city of Bridgeport schools. Thank you so much, and I'll cross over Linda to you, and come on over. You can take the hand.
Need it.
But, would you rather move over that way?
We will now proceed with nominations for Vice Chair of the Bridgeport Board of Education. Mr. Woodson,
I want to nominate Casimir.
I have a nomination for Keisha Casimir. Do I have a second? Second by Jennifer Perez.
Nominate Willie Medina.
Nomination for Willie Medina. Do I have a second?
I second Mr. Benahan. Well,
Second by Albert Benahan. And now we'll proceed with the votes. Vice Chair.
Really just a phone board.
I realize she's gonna read it.
It's no anonymous.
I used to go to class, go around with my hand, collect them all and shit. Pick 'em up.
All right. Vice Chair, right?
So our first voting ballot by Willie Medina. For Willie Medina. Tahiba Bain for Akeisha Casimir. Akeisha Casimir for Akeisha Casimir. Christine Baptiste Perez for Akeisha Casimir. Jennifer Perez for Akeisha Casimir. Robert Traver for Willie Medina.
I don't know your name.
The way you started here again.
Thank you. Thank you. So, you got program. But you know.
He's the current secretary.
Oh. I didn't know that. It's called loyalty. You say what?
You can.
Mm.
So, I know.
Get involved.
Nice.
No, it's always
That
like,
was it.
hey,
Stuck like. So,
And for the position of secretary, Albert Benahen Grajales votes for Albert Benahen Grajales. Joseph Sokolovic votes for Albert Benahen Grajales. Andre Woodson votes for Jennifer Perez. Jennifer Perez for Jennifer Perez. Christine Baptiste Perez for Jennifer Perez. Akeisha Cashmere for Jennifer Perez.
same last name.
Tahiba Bain for Jennifer Perez. Robert Traber for Albert Benahen. Willie Medina for Jennifer Perez.
Congratulations, Ms. Jennifer Perez on. The next item on the agenda is approval of the 2022 organizational meeting minutes. Is there any questions or comments?
Madam Chair,
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the organizational minutes from 2022.
Okay, there's been a motion to approve the organizational minutes from 2022. Is there a second?
Second, Mr. Benahan.
It's been seconded by Ms. Perez. All right, is there any discussion, comments, or edits?
I abstain.
But we're not voting yet.
Oh,
Uh,
sorry.
Okay, so all in favor for the approval of the 2022 minutes, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any who abstain?
I'm sorry, point of order. Majority of the new members were not here for the last organizational minute.
So you have to abstain.
I wasn't there either.
It's their decision to vote, and I'll take their word that if they said they watched it and they're voting on it, that they're doing so correctly. Okay, so all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any abstentions?
Abstain.
I abstain.
There's Mr. Traber, Ms. Casimir, Ms. Bain, and Ms. Perez. Mr. Medina abstains. The ayes have it. Approval for the organizational meeting minutes have been approved. The next item on the agenda is adjournment for the organizational meeting. There'll be a regular meeting following this around 6:52. So all in favor for adjournment?
Aye.
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 Any nays? Hearing none, this meeting has adjourned.
Then we can't start for half.
They canceled, cannot leave now.
There's a whole fight. We've been having a fight for.
We tested.
I hear nothing from the, for the website.
How's everyone? Hasn't been shared with us.
How you doing?
No, the bylaws. There was a clause on that one.
You don't know my name and the name.
Between Christine.
Great.
That's why.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just for a second.
Okay.
Charge right before she.
Ajá, sí, ve.